Hello, welcome to a new episode of Geek Lunch Meat. I'm your host Chris. As usual, it still continues to be a heat wave here in the UK. 40 degrees, we actually hit hottest day on record. So if you're viewing from the UK, I hope you've managed to stay cool over the week. And to everyone else around the world, I hope you're staying cool or warm, respectively, depending on where you are. And a big welcome, of course, to all the new subscribers. We seem to be getting some more every day, which is fantastic. Glad to have you. If you've not already subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Helps us out a great deal. Now, the big news this week is obviously San Diego Comic-Con has been on this past weekend. We'll get to all that news in a minute, and lots of Marvel news coming out of that. Before we go on to that, just a few items from last week. Kurt and Wyatt Russell are going to be starring in the Monsterverse series that's coming to Apple Plus. I mean, Kurt Russell, absolute legend. McCready, Snake Plissken, Jack Burton, Wyatt Earp, man can do no wrong in my eyes, and his son Wyatt Russell, who's put in a great turn as the really lousy Captain America sort of rip off in Captain America and the Winter Soldier series, and of course become US agent at the end, who I suspect we'll be seeing a bit more of later, which I'll come on to. Yeah, the two of them are teaming up in the Monsterverse. So Godzilla, Kong, all of that. The series is coming to Apple Plus probably next year. So yeah, can't wait. Looking forward to that. The other thing is Light and Magic, the documentary all about in the special effects house Industrial Light and Magic that was created with the original Star Wars and has worked on just about every other blockbuster film since. I've mentioned it before. 27th of July, that is coming to Disney Plus, 6 episodes. Don't think they're dropping them all. I imagine they may be dropping one a week. Looks absolutely spectacular. Interviews with Ron Howard, Spielberg, James Cameron, George Lucas, all the big sort of budget directors, lots of special effects pioneers as well. So looking forward to that a great deal. On to the San Diego Comic-Con news. Right, the first news with a trailer dropped for Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, and I'm pronouncing honor with the U in it. Sorry, any viewers over the pond, but yeah, there's something not right about seeing honor spelt without the U. But anyway, I'll put a link to the trailer and any of the other trailers I mentioned in the description below, as always, so you can check them out. Yeah, Honor Among Thieves, say Dungeons and Dragons, Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Hugh Grant as the bad guy, I believe. I think it's the 3rd of March next year, 2023, that it's coming out. I'm not a huge D&D fan, but there were bits of the trailer that I recognised, the gelatinous cube, the owl bear, the sort of treasure chest that isn't really, and it opens up and it's got a mouth and fangs and stuff. I'm not sure what that's called, but yeah, there were bits. Obviously, there's stuff, lots of stuff for the fans to enjoy. It could be good, it could be bad. It looks as though they're trying to do for fantasy what Guardians of the Galaxy did for science fiction. It's got that feel to it. It looks very funny. It's been described, apparently the script was very funny. And the trailer says very much got that Guardians and Thor Ragnarok vibe. There's some Zeppelin, a whole lot of love playing. Yeah. Hopefully, if it's got a Guardians of the Galaxy sort of vibe they're going for, hopefully it pulls it off. It'll be interesting to see. I wasn't really bothered about it. We had that other Dungeons and Dragons film years ago that was dire. But yeah, this is sort of it's peaked. The trailer has piqued my interest. So yeah, that early next year that's going to be. We then got a trailer for John Wick 4. That is coming out March the 24th, 2023. And it looks more of the same. If you like the other John Wick films like I do, it looks like more of Keanu Reeves just indiscriminately killing as many people as he can. I think there's a line in it where they say, John, you can't kill everyone. And then it looks like he proceeds to prove them wrong. I love the violence in those films. It's quite creative. So many different ways of killing people. It looks like he's got swords, obviously guns, handheld stuff in this, all good stuff. Yeah, we're looking at John Wick and the violence. So that'll be coming up, as I say, March 24th. Rings of Power gave us a new trailer, and it's getting better and better with every trailer. I think I said when the first trailer came out a while ago, it didn't do anything for me. It looked really cheap considering they've spent, I think that was reportedly $1 billion, which I think is for 5 seasons. But even so, it's a hell of a lot of cash they've put down. it looked to me like I think I mentioned before, the cast looked like they were cosplayers or like larpers. It didn't look like they fit, but every trailer they've released, I say it's got better and better, and this one has got some really good stuff. Obviously, it's set before Lord of the Rings, before The Hobbit. We should get to see the forging of the Rings of Power. We see Sauron rising to power. This trailer, it's got it all. You got young Galadriel, Elrond, orcs. Finally, I think the trailer before didn't have any of the bad guys in it. We've got orcs, and right at the very end, a Balrog appears as well. Yeah, when's it coming out? September the 2nd. That's going to be the first one will drop on Amazon Prime. So yeah, that's starting to look really good. Hopefully they've done a good job on that. So on to the Marvel stuff. First time Marvel had been at San Diego for 3 years. Get the animated stuff out the way first. It pretty much was just all stuff we knew. X-Men 97, What If Season 2, Marvel Zombies, and Spider-Man freshman year. We already knew, I think they already announced those, most of them like a year ago. They just gave us some dates, but some of them aren't coming out till 2024. So yeah, not a great deal moving on the animated stuff, except for we have the trailer for I Am Groot, which is going to be 5 episodes, dropping August the 10th. Now, I think for some reason I thought from seeing promo artwork, I thought it was just 2D. But no, it's fully full CG. It's sort of realistic, got that cartoony, obviously, aspect to it, but Groot looks pretty much almost like he does in the movie. So it looks like it's going to be fun. I mean, presumably not much dialogue other than I Am Groot in his various forms. But yeah, so August the 10th, Disney Plus, I Am Groot. Should be fun. So on to the big Marvel live action panel, which you can watch. It's people have filmed it. You can see Kevin Feige telling people not to film stuff at the beginning, but obviously, pretty much the whole thing's up there. You can check that out before Marvel presumably pull them all down. A hell of a lot of stuff coming our way. So I'm going to have to turn the page to fit it all in. That's how much you know. There's a lot of stuff coming. So, phase 4 that we're currently in. They sort of announced they're calling this now the Multiverse saga, which is going to pretty much take in what we've had of phase 4, phase 5, and phase 6, they mentioned as well, which we'll get onto. Now, so phase 4 they're coming to the end of. Obviously, She-Hulk, they dropped the new trailer. It looks really good. They basically come out and said it's Marvel's first true comedy. Now, obviously, there's a lot of humour in Thor Ragnarok, even more in Thor Love and Thunder, obviously, that we've just had. She-Hulk is basically saying it's their first sort of proper, basically sitcom, pretty much more or less. August the 17th, it starts on Disney Plus, and the trailer, we can see, it's She-Hulk, attorney at law, to give it its full name. She's a lawyer working in a newly set up sort of department dealing with superheroes. Emil Blonsky, also known as the Abomination from the first Incredible Hulk movie, is one of her clients. Wong is in it from Doctor Strange. In fact, he's in loads of stuff. I've said before, I worry for Wong. I think they've set him up like Agent Coulson. Everyone likes Wong, and I worry that he will become sacrificed somewhere down the line, but hopefully not. We'll wait and see. And so it's a proper comedy. There's bits in the trailer breaking the fourth wall where they turn and talk directly to the camera, which will be new for the MCU. Obviously, Deadpool did it as well as Wong. Obviously, there's Banner as well, teaching his cousin the ways of being a Hulk, I suppose. And then right at the very end, a glimpse of Daredevil. Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. Again, he's going to be someone else, which we'll come to, who appears to be cropping up a lot in the next few phases. And the final part of phase 4 is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, hitting cinemas November the 11th. And check out the trailer if you've not seen it. And if you have seen it, watch it again, because it is a masterclass in trailer making. Lucasfilm have always sort of had that knack of making Star Wars trailers that just look immense. And this absolutely, I mean, when you consider, we don't even see Black Panther in the trailer until there's a half-second shot. right at the very end for about half a second, and sort of, not even full frame, slightly from behind. And we still don't know who is going to be donning the Black Panther outfit. Could be Shuri, could be Okoye. Don't know on that one. Brilliantly, we get to see Namor, the Submariner, long been rumoured. Lots of Atlantis and all of his underwater guys. A brief glimpse of Riri Williams, Ironheart, the sort of teenage Iron Man wannabe, is going to be in it as well. And yeah, the trailer just mostly music, no woman, no cry, a little bit of dialogue from Angela Bassett's character. And just looks absolutely superb. Looks like they've honoured Chadwick Boseman really well. That's gone to the absolute top of my must-see list. November the 11th. And then that'll be it for Phase 4, which a lot of people have said has been a bit aimless. We've had the multiverse introduced. Not much really more has happened. Phase 5 definitely looks like it's going to take the multiverse by the scruff of the neck and run with it. So let us start with this huge list. We knew Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is coming February the 17th, 2023. They released a new poster which shows Ant-Man, Wasp, and Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter. I don't know what her character is. She's all suited up. I don't know the name of her character. Kang lurking in the background, fitting, because I suspect he's going to be lurking around a bit like Thanos did through a few phases before he sort of appeared properly. I think his shadow is going to be sort of over a lot of this. Secret Invasion, the TV show, spring 2023. That's Nick Fury, Maria Hill, and the Skrulls is filming at the moment. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May the 5th, 2023. They did show some footage from that. I think they did show some footage of Ant-Man and the Wasp as well, which they have not put online. It's probably there if you go and search for it in some rickety mobile phone film styly. Echo, Summer 23. That's the series, obviously featuring Echo, the character who was in Hawkeye. We know Daredevil has already been announced, and Kingpin are going to be in that as well. Then the Marvels, July the 28th, 2023. Obviously, Carol Danvers and Kamala Khan from Miss Marvel is going to be in that as well. Monica Rambeau. That has finished filming, I think. It was Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Marvels were the other way around, but that's traded. That's now, say, the Marvels, July 28th. Loki Season 2 is summer 2023 as well. Obviously, that's where Kang turned up, so imagine more multiverse shenanigans there. Blade, which had been previously announced, that's got a date, November the 3rd, 2023. Next up, they announced Ironheart with just a date of 4, or autumn for us Brits, for 2023. As I say, Ironheart is Riri Williams, the teenage girl, I believe, who's got a sort of Iron Man suit of armor, who's going to be in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That will be her first series on Disney+. Followed by Agatha, Coven of Chaos, winter 23 going into 24. That's obviously had a name change because that was originally, they announced that as Agatha House of Harkness. It's obviously going to be witches. Well, we get to see Scarlet Witch come back possibly from her, spoiler alert, a sort of mountain crushing dropped on her at the end of Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. It's then on to the 4th Captain America film, which is going to be called Captain America New World Order. That is May the 3rd, 2024. And obviously Sam Wilson is the new captain in that, that we saw obviously in Captain America and Winter Soldier. Then, this was new, Daredevil, Born Again. This is a 18-episode TV show starting in spring 2024 on Disney+. Obviously, Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. He seems to be cropping up, saying quite a lot of these programs, and saying that's his new show. Obviously, Born Again, presumably, because we obviously had the series on Netflix as well. And then finishing off Phase 5, the Thunderbolts movie, July the 26th, 2024. If I get this right, I think Thunderbolts is basically sort of all the anti-heroes, the sort of bad guys, a bit like a sort of Marvel equivalent of the Suicide Squad. So I think you've got Yelena, obviously from Black Widow. I previously mentioned Wyatt Russell as a US agent. I believe he's going to be part of that. and Baron Zemo, I think, as well, which I love what they've done with Baron Zemo in the MCU. He's a fantastic character. So looking forward to that. So that's July the 26th, 2024. So almost 2 years that is going to be to take us up to the end of Phase 5. Then it gets interesting because he then, when I say this was all Kevin Feige sort of doling all this information out, he went on to talk about Phase 6. Because he announced it kicks off with Fantastic Four finally, which they mentioned. I reckon that's been put back because obviously director John Watts left to go on to I think it's Star Wars Skeleton Key. I think it is that he's working on. So yeah, November the 8th, 2024. So over 2 years to wait still for the Fantastic Four. Whether or not they'll crop up in something beforehand, I don't know. They'll probably leave them to their own movie. And then he skips to the end of Phase 6, which is an interesting thing to do, but he sort of said there's obviously loads of films and TV series that will then make up Phase 6, but he wanted to skip to the end to let everyone know that it will finish off with Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, May the 2nd, 2025, followed by Avengers Secret Wars on November the 7th, 2025. So a bit like where we had Infinity War and Endgame, there's going to be two big Avengers movies finishing off Phase 6. Secret Wars was long rumoured, and it makes perfect sense. Along with, say, with the Kang Dynasty, this is all, say, the Multiverse saga, and Secret Wars was a 12-issue comic series from the mid-80s, and it involves multiverses collapsing, in the incursions, which we saw in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Galactus, and all, like, a whole bunch of heroes, a whole bunch of villains being summoned together, shoved on a planet to have a sort of all-out battle. So it gives Marvel carte blanche to literally take whatever heroes and villains they've got at the time and just throw them at each other. So obviously it's got the capacity there to be even bigger than Endgame. They can literally just throw everything at it, presumably including like multiverse versions. So you might even get like multiple versions of Captain America, Iron Man, whatever whatever they're using. So yeah, Fantastic Four. If we haven't seen Galactus already by then, I suspect Galactus, Doctor Doom is a big part of it as well. So yeah, these are all going to come in at some point, either during Phase 5 and then very much so during Phase 6. X-Men weren't mentioned, conspicuous by their absence, but I suspect, as I say, there's all these other films and that in Phase 6 that you didn't name. I suspect we may see some X-Men there because they will probably play a part in Secret Wars as well. I can't imagine they're going to leave it till after that to bring them in, because you're then going to be looking at 2026, and they've very sort of been laying the sort of groundwork and mentioning mutations, wasn't it, at the end of Miss Marvel for a start. So yeah, an absolute host of MCU films and TV shows coming our way. Over the next 3 years, more than that. So that was all the fun of San Diego Comic-Con. Hopefully one year I'll get to go there, and be nice if I come into some money. But yes, that's it from me. So until next time, take care and eat geek and be merry.